Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk about the event rerun campaign that they announced on the Samurai Remnant event reveal stream a couple days ago. So, this has been talked about the past couple days. I think it's pretty controversial for me. If you saw my initial reaction, you will know I was a little down on it, and I kind of want to talk about it. I kind of want to sort of discuss what I've been thinking about and also get you guys' input on it as well, especially if you are an NA only person, because I know this is like JP, right? But I do think this will affect NA, and we'll talk about that in a second, soon here, but anyway, let's kind of get into it. So, there is a website for you to input your user ID, and you can choose 2 events that you want to be reran out of 38 from the past since 2020, so a couple years. So, that means, I think, to me, that they don't really want to do reruns anymore, which we've kind of known, right? But this is sort of like a, hey, we're giving you reruns, guys, so shut up, to me. That's how it reads. And I really don't like that. I'm really disappointed that somehow we veered off of just having reruns, like, people just miss events. Like, for me, the Grail Live event, which might be the one I vote for and is going to be a popular one. We'll kind of talk about the ones that I think will get in. I missed that. I don't really know why, or what I was doing. This is JP, of course. But, those costumes are pretty cool, and I kind of want to get them. I do want to say, side note, I think this video is going to be kind of leaning towards negative side, and I typically like to tell people that beforehand, because I know there's a lot of people that, and me too, that enjoy the game and don't really, because this is a very minute issue, I think. I don't know, it's not minute, but it's like, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. So if you don't really care that much, 100% fine. And I don't want it to come off across that I'm like, oh, negative Nancy. I'm being a negative Nancy for this video, but normally we're not. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to talk about some of the events I think will be likely to be voted high and probably will get a rerun. And then we'll sort of talk about NA situations, some opinions I've seen, and just sort of like that. So I've brought up a couple events that I think will be likely. So I think number 1, this is on the wiki. They have every event you can vote for. I think just baseline, any lotto event is going to have a very high chance of getting reran. Why? Because it's a lottery event. Lottery events are really nice to have. Personally, I cannot see them doing a straight-up lottery event rerun without a box limit. That's my opinion. They don't even give you 3 weeks on a lottery event. Every other event has 3 weeks. Lotto events, 2 weeks. They don't like people farming lottery events. That's just a fact. I think it probably has to do with, like, when they added Blue Apples, it feels like that kind of corresponded with 3-week events and lotto events becoming, staying 2-week events, of course. Nothing we can do about it, really, but if I were you, and I'm not voting for any lottery event. That's just me, because I think we'll get it, and it'll be 20 box locked. So that's kind of just the level 1 baseline. I would expect those to be pretty high. So a couple ones that I think are really likely is the Arctic Summer World, which is for NA this year's summer for NA, but for us it was 2 years ago-ish, 1.5 years ago. This summer, of course, was very huge, brought a ton of really strong characters on banners. That's another thing, is I think banners will have a lot to do with what event gets reran in terms of popularity or what people vote for. And this one has Ibuki and Lady Avalon and Summer Scotty. So, pretty good characters, Also, people want another Valkyrie welfare. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's a good idea. I guess back then we thought reruns were still happening, so we were like, oh, on the rerun we'll get another Valkyrie. Skull emoji, But the other thing is, like, they could come to the the evocation shop. So Yeah, I think this one's really likely, mainly held up by the banners, I would say. I know a lot of people didn't like this event's like writing and stuff, story-wise. I hate to say it, I don't think story is really going to be a factor come into play for what gets voted in. So that's the first one. Second one I think that's really likely is the Grail Live event. And the Grail Live event, of course, was the event where everyone became idols and stuff. And we got like a ton of costumes. Yes, here we go. There were like 12 costumes, and it was like, wow, that's awesome. I hope they do this every year. That was like the last time they really ever did costumes. Like a lot of costumes, But this was also like weird because it was like, this was like the crossover. This was like the first collab event that felt like, this isn't a collab. Because it was that app that lasted like 6 months and got the game taken off of QApp, if you guys were boomer enough to know that. But anyway, really cool costumes. I want some of these. I want a lot of these. So that'd be cool. Rerun. This is probably who I'd vote for. This is probably the one of them that I'd vote for. You can vote for 2, of course. Yeah, really cool costumes. Should they be added to the Miss Crane costume shop that basically serves no purpose right now? Yes. Will they? No. But yeah, so Grail Live is pretty high. And then the last one, of course, I think this is just a slam dunk no-brainer. Lilim Harlot, which is the arcade event. I think this is just the one. I think this is, this is the... Wait, why are these summoning campaigns not coming up? What is... Oh, that's weird that you have to, like, click over to it. But this is the one. This is the first round draft pick, I mean... I guess Draco's just the rarest character in the game now, or she's going to turn into the rarest character in the game now. So, yeah. Very popular character, very rare character. This is mostly going to be the banner. I do think a lot of people like this event story, so people might want to experience that again. But this is mostly going to be a, hey, we just want a Draco banner back, So, those are my predictions, I would say, for the events that rerun. So now I kind of want to just have a discussion and talk about sort of like what this means for the game, right? So I don't want to be so like, conspiracy theory and stuff, but this reads to me like they were never going to do reruns again, basically. And people got a lot of, upset and stuff. And we're like, hey, we want reruns. We want reruns. I'd rather take, I think I've said this. This is my stance. I'd rather take 2-week new events and get reruns than the 3-week events that we have and then like 2 dead weeks, That's just me. They've said in the past, and this is like asterisk, not confirmed, yada, yada. This game has so much information that could be true, could not be true. Like the fate, strange fake, like, oh, the author doesn't want his characters to be in the thing before the game, and then he kind of confirmed that wasn't exactly true. Stuff like that. I still don't know. Side note, if you guys know what Nasu talking about ciel in the last Christmas event from a month ago is about, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea what. I saw someone comment that, and then I asked them, hey, what are you talking about? And they did not answer. But anyway, so what I was saying was, I think this is a way for them to go, here's reruns, you guys get to vote, and we did it. We saved the galaxy. And to me, like, getting 2 rerun events in a year, which is what we're assuming, is pathetic. I think that's silly. Like, and it's obviously going to be the most popular one. So my example went immediately on stream. I was like, ain't nobody voting for the bacon event. Can I zoom in? It was like the dog. What the dog doing? It was like the Japanese dog event. No one is voting for that event. No one's voting for that event. Why would you vote for that event over arcade event? Why would you vote for that event over the other events we talked about? Summer, Ibuki. Why would you vote over that over the Grail Live event? No reason. There's nothing special about that event. And that's a side thing. We can kind of maybe get into that, but I feel like they should have separated these into categories, like normal event, summer slash... I guess it is only summer events that are like big events. Summer events and then like lotto events. I think they should have separated them and you can vote like one of each or something. But like some of these are just like we are never going to get what is that one called? The Amazon event? We're never getting the Amazon event ever again. Because they're gonna run this, they're gonna say, oh, no one voted for the Amazon Tower event? What? Okay then, no one likes it, which is not what that means. Which when it's low in the popularity poll or the voting poll because it's competing against lotto events and Grail Live and the Ibuki Summer event and Draco's event, that doesn't mean people don't like it. It means that it's not as good as those other events. And to me, and I know we're kind of going down a rabbit hole, this is not like confirmed, but like I don't think we're ever going to see some of these events ever again. I think these may be the last time they have a chance of getting a rerun, and I just think that's sad. I think that's really, really unfortunate, and it's annoying, and there's nothing really we can do because now this is like, not that we could have done anything anyway, because it's a, Japanese mobile game. We usually don't have a ton of say, especially English community, but it's just, hey, here's your 2 rerun events. I bet they're going to run this back every year, and that's pretty much the deal. I don't know. It's also frustrating because, like, I feel like they've said before that they can't do reruns, which is like, so now you're doing reruns? And again, I'm not a programmer, I'm not whatever, but I don't really buy the, like, oh, it takes as much manpower and time to implement a rerun as it does a new event. Because they don't, like, even if it took as much time putting it into the game code-wise or whatever, it has to be, like, half the time cut off from actually, like, planning the event and writing the event and all that stuff, right? And I just think, to me, even if it took half as much resources, we'll say, resources is a very good general, term. Even if it took half as much resources, I'd way take that over 3-week events. And that's just me, I don't know. So, kind of last thing I want to talk about for my NA people, this is sort of NA focused. There's kind of like, not drama, but, a little, of people making JP accounts just to vote on this poll. This is my opinion. 2 things. If you want to... Okay. If you're an NA player, think about this. Think about everything they've done in the past year. NA, I mean. Think about... Not that this really has anything to do with it, but think about the Ivan raid. Was that the raid that was... that was messed up? Think about the compensation you guys got. Think about that NA exclusive stream that they did during the JP anniversary stream. Think about that. Do you guys really think that in 2026 you will get a poll for this? And that it'll have different results. If you do think you guys will get a poll, do you think it'll have different results? I just want you guys to sit with that. With that aside, I don't think your vote matters at all. Frankly, I think that if you choose, if you're like, oh man, I'm gonna make a JP account so I can just vote on this poll so that in 2 years we can get the rerun that I want, you're probably voting for the arcade event anyway, or you're voting for an event that's not gonna get that's just has no chance because your population pool or whatever. I'm using big words today. Population pool is way smaller than the JP audience. Like it's just way smaller, Your unique vote, unless you bought or you get the whole, I don't know, server to vote for a specific event, it's not going to do anything. So would I personally recommend, or like, I don't make a JP account to vote, but it's not because, like, for me, it's not because, like, oh, it's, you know, it's only for JP people and it's whatever. It's just because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, and the choices to vote are not diverse enough that your vote is going to matter. That's my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope, you know, I know this is a little rambly. I hope I kind of got my point across. If I want to hear you guys' opinion though, because this is really, I feel like, kind of one of those turning points, I think, for the game where we're going to look back on this in some way. I would think. I think we're gonna. I don't think it'll be in a positive way, frankly. I don't think there's any way we're gonna look back and go, wow, that was so amazing. You know, in terms of, I mean, I guess like we're getting reruns, cool, but if they're basically saying we're only getting 2 reruns per year, I don't know, man. I'm that's really rough. That's really rough, especially the past couple years in JP that have just been barren with content. Look at this. I just found this hilarious. Last year, and I was aware of this, or I remember this happening in real time. Last year, there was 2 events before the Lilum Harlot event, which started the end of April. There was 2 events, or 2, or it's like, what? Because they were doing like the whole All Lost World 7 and everything, and it was just like, guys, man. Anyway, that's all I have to say. A little disappointed. Hope this didn't come across too negative. Obviously, you guys know how I am. You guys know how I am. If you're this deep in the video, you guys know. I love this game. I think this is the best mobile game, you know. But is it perfect? Absolutely not. And I just kind of almost want to journalize and like authenticate just my thoughts about this right now. And yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, subscribe and like would be sick. If you want to see some more cool videos, some more positive videos, check out my channel. We've been doing a lot of cool stuff, some silhouette guesses. What else did we do? We talked about like the top characters for NA this year. So if you're an NA player, check that out too. And yeah, just some cool stuff. Pretty much it. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep grinding. The Samurai Remnant event should come out here soon, so we're probably gonna play that. Also, check out my streams. I stream every now and then. Next time we stream, we'll definitely be doing more of the Case Files rerun event on NA. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.